Hello everybody, hope you are having another blessed day. Now for today's video, we're going to be talking about the Dragon Link FTK that's going around in game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And everyone's saying it's 95% consistency, and you know what, they're probably right about that. In fact, I know for a fact they're right. This is a very consistent deck. It's a very scary deck, but it's not an unbeatable deck, and I'll kind of explain to you quickly some things you can do to help you beat this kind of deck before it inevitably gets banned. Yes, this card, or at least not this card, but this deck is going to get killed in the expand list without a doubt. If FTKs do not stick for long in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? But with that in mind, we'll just go quickly through the deck profile, and I'll talk about why it's such a scary deck afterwards. So this deck plays free Ash Blossom, free Black Metal Dragon, free Phantasmes, free Nibiru's, free Noctovisions, free Tracers, free Starlight, 2 Effect Veilers, 2 Exploder Rocket, 1 Absoluter, or Absolrouter, 1 Black Dragon, 1 Chaos Dragon, 1 Destruction Sword, 1 Dragoony Phalanx, 1 Earthbound Mortal, 1 Omni Dragon, 1 Darkness Metal, 1 Red Rose Dragon, 1 Rocket Synchron, 1 Supreme Cream Dragon Dark Worm, 1 White Dragon, and 1 White Rose Dragon for your monsters. So it runs about 37 monsters, okay? And that's a lot of monsters for a deck, but this card is still pretty consistent. You also want free Call by the Graves. Free Chaos Space is a new card for this deck. It works really well with it, and any deck that can use Lights and Darks. I could probably even still use this in my Dark Warrior deck, but you know, I'll have to wait to playtest that. Free Dragon Shrines, free Quick Launch, free War Legacy Guard Dragon, 1 Black Garden, 1 Boot Sector, 1 Dragon Ravine, 1 Dragoon Divine Lance, 1 Forest Bella, 1 Once Reborn, and then 1 1-for-1. Okay, so that is essentially the deck, okay? That's the main deck. It's a 60 card deck, but still is really consistent. Then for extra deck, you play 2 Striker Dragons in case the first one gets hit, 1 Borrowed Sword, 1 High Fibrax, 1 Diligentness Dragon, 1 Romulus, the 2 Guard Dragons LP and Pisty, 1 Link Ross, 1 Protector Whelp, 1 Crod Boral, 1 Union Carrier, 1 Garden Rose Maiden, 1 Herald Arc Light, which is one of the big problem cards of this deck, and 1 Martial Metal Marcher. Okay, so that's the main deck and the extra deck. Now, one of the big strengths about this deck is how easily it can go into Herald of the Arc Light. Before we even get to Needle Fiber, which a lot of people think is the time to hit the deck, or to try to hand trap your opponent to stop this deck, which usually it is for these kind of FTK decks, always hit that Needle Fiber. However, this card will always be on the field beforehand. They hit that before, okay? So that's one of the problems. And I'll talk about when you should try maybe Nibiru or Ash Blossom before that. But then, sometimes if you have 2 hand traps, that just works the best for you. Okay, another thing that's scary about this deck is besides it being super consistent, is just the amount of hand trap it plays, okay? This deck has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hand traps, okay? And technically, it does have, I guess, 12, if you count 1-for-1 Search and Effect Veiler. This thing basically has still 11 hand traps, and that is a ton, okay? So, most times, and probably every hand, most likely, they're going to have at least 1 to 2 hand traps in a hand. Probably just 1, but still, even from going second, they're always going to have a hand trap against you, okay? So, no matter who you're playing against this deck, or what you're going first or second, you're going to have to worry about that hand trap, okay? So that's one of the problems with this deck, or at least why it's really good right now. Because it can just play going first, and it can actually play going second, not that bad. I didn't put this side deck, and that's one of the big things of this deck. It does play a lot of good side deck cards, like evenly matches and all that stuff, to help them break your board and to break your negates, like Lightning Storm also. But you sure to know about that. The side decks are always the same at every deck. Lightning Storms, evenly matches, Twin Twisters, you know the works. So I decided not to clear that down here for you. But yeah, this is the whole deck. Okay, hand traps galore, super consistent, and then this burns you for 8k. Okay, now this is what I must tell you guys to how to kind of play against this deck. Okay, the first thing is hand traps, and the one they already have up here, Ash Blossom, that's a really good hand trap against this deck. The first thing you could try hitting, you know, it's kind of like a 50-50 chance, is trying to Ash Blossom Romulus. Okay. And the same thing kind of goes with Striker Dragon if they don't have Extender. Because Striker Dragon, if they do have Extender, you're kind of in trouble. The only reason to kind of use Striker Dragon going into it is trying to maybe get a second dragon to go into Romulus or something like that. Okay. Same thing with Romulus. The whole goal of this deck is basically to get 2 dragons out in the field. Once you get 2 dragons out in the field, they basically got full combo. And that's kind of after that, you just go into Romulus and you search either Dragon Ravine or Dragon Divine Lance. And that's what you kind of want to try to stop at the start of this game. Okay. Because if you don't stop Romulus, you get to equip Divine Lance. Divine Lance then equips it with, where's the bugger? The Phylax. Phylax then gets summoned to the field. And guess what? You can now got a tuner. You got Romulus. You use Romulus to go into Linkross. Linkross gives you 2 tokens. And you now got 2 tokens and Phylax, which is inevitably going to get you into Herald of the Arclight. Alright? So at that point, your 1 hand trap's out of the way. So you can't even use that. So if you only have 1 hand trap, the only thing you can do against this deck with that 1 hand trap is hit the Romulus, okay? And that's going to be your best choice. Because odds are, with the 6-card deck, they're most likely not going to draw that Dragon's Ravine or the Dragon's Divine Lance. And unless they can somehow get into like a tuner, like somehow get Thick Fell out of the field, which is not possible, or somehow still get into Herald of the Arclight, their combo's going to probably be dead from there. Because somehow they have to get a tuner out, which I guess they could do a quick launch to go into the whole Needle Flower play. But then at least you try to avoid a Herald Arclight. You know what's coming. You have to do something against it. So that's going to be your best move. Now, another thing we can talk about is like Nibiru. And Nibiru, again, it loses hard to the Herald Arclight. And that's just a problem against this deck. Herald Arclight is basically the main stopping point and the main reason why this card's so good, because you can get it out so early before you want to hit those cards. However, if you're able to bait out the Herald Arclight, or stop that card before it even comes out somehow, if an Ash Blossom and it's still going with extenders, when your opponent summons Needle Fiber, that's going to mean when you're going to go into Nibiru. You're going to do it after they summon those tuner. And just wipe the forward, and they're just going to pass. Okay? There's no way a Dragon Link player, after they extend that much into the game, that after they get Nibiru'd on their Needle Fiber summon, they're going to be able to continue, and they'll probably be dead after that. Okay? All I'm going to be able to do is maybe go into a Chaos Dragon Levineer in the next turn or something like that, try to wipe you that way. Maybe they can produce a Borsor Dragon on the turn. But besides that, there's nothing else you have to worry about. So if you can somehow drop a Nibiru after baiting out the Herald Arclight or even avoiding it, that's going to be your time to do it right on that Needle Fiber. And the same thing goes if you have double hand traps. If you can bait out the negate on Herald Arclight or avoid it, also Ash Blossom Needle Fiber. So right now, basically, the 2 stopping points for this deck, it's going to be Romulus, and it's going to be Needle Fiber. Again, both of these can still kind of play through if they do got that extender. But more times than not, they're not going to have that extender in hand, at least the tuner they need to go through. And honestly, if you don't play it at these 2 points, most likely you're going to lose the game. And there ain't nothing you can do about that. Okay. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. Of course, you can play, you have negates on your half field, such as like Dark Warriors can produce like a bunch of combos, negates, and stuff like that. That works great too. You can always swap out those Ash Blossoms or your Nibiru's for this Omni Negates. Omni Negates still work great against this deck. Same thing, you're just trying to stop Romulus and you're trying to stop Needle Fiber. If you can somehow get rid of Herald Arclight, that's great also. This is just a really problematic card to play against. Okay. So yeah, so those are my quick thoughts on how you try to play against this deck. I know it's not good. That's why the deck is going to get hit on the ban list. It's really hard to play against. Basically, just because of these two. Basically, honestly, just because Herald Arclight. Okay? You could say it's because how consistent it is and stuff, but this is really the problem. If they could not go into Herald Arclight before they went into Needle Fiber, you wouldn't have a problem against this deck. Now, Six experience being a combo player, if I don't get a negate, he'll somehow negate a hand trap beforehand, I'm going to lose. Same thing in my Dark Warriors. If I can't get like one of my Call by the Graves, or tell him to pop that hand trap out of opponent's hand using Drag Down or something like that, I'm going to lose once I summon Needle Fiber. Okay? Then negate that, game over. And that's the same thing with this deck. Okay? If you can somehow beat out Herald Arclight and hit that Needle Fiber, you're going to win that game. And there's nothing they can really do about it. Alright, so I would talk about like a ban list and stuff, because honestly, this thing will be on the ban list some way. And I'm trying to think what would get hit that's kind of fair. You could instantly say Linkross should be the card. Okay? And you may also say Needle Fiber's the card. But I'll tell you right now, looking for all these different combos out here and stuff, a lot of FTKs, you don't even need Highly Fibrax to do an FTK in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? So you can say, oh, ban Crystron. No more FTKs. No, there are still a ton of FTKs. And And I'm pretty sure this FTK may be able to adapt without needle fiber. I don't know how. I might have to look for different FTKs, but I'm pretty sure you can still adapt around it. Same thing with Link Ross getting banned. Most of these cards can get banned anyway because this is a really good card, but this card still will not stop FTKs. And my whole point is, you have to hit the FTK enabling cards. Okay, the cards that are the FTK. Not the starters, not the extenders like Link Ross and Needle Fiber is. You have to hit the cards like Garden Rose Maiden, Earthbound Mortals. Okay, these cards need to get hit. You can say, that's not good, that's not fair because of these archetypes and stuff. That won't be good for those decks, but these are not decks people play. Earthbound Mortals is not a deck like really anyone plays. Okay, I have not seen a video in years about someone playing a pure Earthbound Mortal deck. And if they ever use this card, it's in an FTK burn strategy. Those are not healthy for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Such as right now, and people are complaining and freaking out how we have probably about 2 months of this FTK. So yeah, just get it out here. Same thing I argue about with Cannon Soldier. That card still has potential FTKs. And I know there's probably FTKs out there still around this card. And anything like a Cannon Soldier, it has to go. Okay? And the same thing goes for Garden Rose Maiden. Or even to just say, just ban Black Garden. Is there anything else you can search to that? You could just straight up ban this card, and then you have to just hard draw this or terraforming. That would make that more fair. So yeah, ban Garden Rose Maiden. Or ban, honestly, Esla Piscu. So honestly, that would probably be a more reasonable ban. Instead of the Garden Rose Maiden. At least if you go this way, you can maybe lock out your opponent's board with a bunch of tokens, perhaps. Because they don't really do any burn damage unless they are destroyed by Asopiscu. So yeah, this card can also get this banned. Okay, let's get it out of here. And, you know, there still would be FTKs out there. They are. It's inevitable. Another card that needs to get banned? Probably Union Carrier, I'll be honest. This card is nothing that helps about FTKs or OTKs and stuff like that. You already seen a deck, Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. That's a no card that's implemented by Union Carrier. That's just not good for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This basically says no to your extra decks for your opponent, and no one likes to play against that. And that's basically FTK by itself with the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, so yeah, so there's all that. There's my quick thoughts, and now we'll do a ban list discussion in the future. Cause I do think this next ban list is going to be hitting a lot of cards. Okay? Especially since there's so many cards out there right now that are too heavy with the combos, and it's way too good for FTKs. So easy subjects. Piscu could easily get banned. Needle Fiber may get banned. Link Ross may get banned. I doubt this could get banned, but it may. Destruction Sword could get banned. Even Union Carrier could get banned. There's so many cards even in just this deck that has the potential to get banned. There's even already top people talking about with Chaos Space maybe getting banned in the future. That's not going to happen in the next one. But who knows? Maybe you're down the line and gets reprinted. It could get banned also. It's a really good card extending. And it just gives you way too much advantage. Alright, so yeah, there's the video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you had any other suggestions of how you can beat this deck, somehow playing through the Herald Arclight with more, because I talked about how you can use, if you have 2 hand traps, you're basically going in, you just gotta bait out this negate, and use the second negate on the Crystal Needle Fiber, then you're good with that. But yeah, if you have any other suggestions, leave it down in the comment section below, and share it with everybody, so we can make sure this deck dies, because we do not want FTKs in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Guys, it supports me and helps me make more content for you to enjoy and help you out in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, like always, I hope the rest of your week is blessed, and I hope I see you all in the next video. And I'm out. Bye.